It is not a moral addiction. It's a behavioral addiction. Sex has limits. Pornography doesn't. You cannot have sex as many times as you can view pornography. It only trades you and moves you further and further away from intimacy. How do you separate guilt from fornication and allowing yourself to reboot coming from a religious upbringing and explore intimacy? Here's the way I view being religious. Again, this is my view, and my suggestion to you is to take what works for you and leave what doesn't. And I'm a very practical person and a realist. First things first is I believe in God, but I'm not religious. And I also understand that this behavior is a behavioral addiction. It is not a moral addiction. I want to make that clear. Your religion, your spirituality is your relationship between you and God. When you bring religion into it, you bring in men and women, and you bring in something that's organized by man. The way I view it, religion is supposed to be a conduit to the divine. Religion allows you to reach God. It makes it easier to reach God. But at the end of the day, God is within you, and you do have a personal relationship with Him. So the way I view it is, you have to have your own experiences and make your peace with God. Whether you are a member of a church or a mosque or a temple, whatever religion you are from, at some point you have to make that peace with God. I think there are too many men who are accepting things without experiencing them first. And when it comes to our behavior with sex, one of the reasons why a lot of men end up viewing pornography and feeling a lot of shame is because you've never been told that there's any other way to do it. In my experience, both as my personal experience and as a coach, it is more healthy to have actual sex, whether you're doing so within the confines of an intimate, committed relationship or whether you're doing so out of a relationship, however you want to do it. It is healthier to do so than to view pornography and to compulsively masturbate. Why? Because there is no intimacy when it comes to pornography. It only trades you and moves you further and further away from intimacy. There is no bonding when you masturbate and you view pornography. There is no oxytocin released. Oxytocin is released when you actually have sex with somebody, when you're hugging somebody, when there's a process to it, when there is actual intimacy and safety. So how did I separate my guilt from fornication? First of all, I stopped believing that I was fornicating because that stuff didn't make any sense to me. I recognized that I was viewing pornography anyway. I recognized that it was not natural to watch so many people having sex and be a spectator in sex and sit there jerking off like a monkey. What was natural was to actually have sex. And there were rules to having sex, but there's no rule to pornography. There was protect yourself. There were things like do it with somebody who, make sure it's consensual. Do it with somebody who's also enjoying doing that. And I was like, those simple rules are good enough for me to follow. Why should I add on other rules like you're being a bad person if you enjoy sex? It's evil if you enjoy sex. You're going to hell if you have sex outside of a marriage. Frankly speaking, if I wasn't dealing with the problem with pornography, maybe I would have followed that path. But pornography was going to destroy my life, and it's probably going to destroy your life faster than having sex will. So again, these are just the facts that I'm sharing with you. You have to make that decision on your own. Just understanding that pornography is leading you down a path that sex will not lead you down. You can view pornography over and over and over and over again. You cannot have sex as many times as you can view pornography. You cannot have sex with as many women as you have viewed in pornography. You cannot do all the things that you are watching in pornography while you are having sex. So the truth is, sex has limits. Pornography doesn't. It continues escalating till you reach a place where, we don't need to even go that far. I hope nobody reaches there, including those of you who are at level 6, okay?